Greetings, programs. This is Wretch, and welcome back to Shadowrun Hong Kong. Now, we've got Magpie's necklace. Let's hand it off to Zippy. Hey again, how can I help you? Can you tell me more about Elder Magpie? She already let me know. Or let me know a lot. I found this necklace. Was this hers? Zippy turns the necklace over in his fingertips. Yeah, that's hers all right. Where did you find it? In the storm drains. It was covered in blood. Zippy takes a long, slow breath and exhales it loudly. Well, Trek. Shaking his head, Zippy crosses his arms. I guess she didn't disappear after all, at least not in the way I thought. If that's where you found it, she's got to be dead. So why would the killer not make a mess like she did with the others? That's what I aim to find out. Good. This business keeps getting weirder and weirder. Someone killed my friend. You find him, you make him hurt for me. Looks like that's it. Let's go ahead and talk to Porter Lamb. We might have to show the... Let's show the elders the necklace and see what exactly is going on there. See if they react at all. You guys are still ready to fight. Oh, I found this necklace down in the sewers. Is it Magpie's? Elder Ip turns necklace. Investigate the jack point. Oh, we got Magpie's keycard. Hands it back after a moment. That definitely belonged to Magpie. Here, take the key to her shop. Just don't break anything, and don't shut off the servers. Was there anything else? No, I did not expect to get the key to her shop. Nice. One door closes and another one opens. Alrighty. So, I guess the jack point, that's her shop. Let's head in here. And looks like a lot of places to investigate. Display case. This bin is full of assorted chips, peripherals, and add-on modules for cyberdecks. They don't seem to be arranged in any coherent fashion and are spread across the felt surface. Search through the bin. You sift through the display case, searching for anything that might prove interesting. Isobel peers past you into the bin as you search. That's interesting. There's a lot of storage memory, I/O handlers, and active memory in this bin. I'm not seeing any MPCP hardware, response increase chips, or anything related to the hot direct decking Magpie was supposed to be into. In fact, you couldn't even build a full deck with this. Without the MPCP, it's just a glorified comlink. Well, what do you think that means? Well, if I had to guess, I'd say somebody's cleaned her out. MPCP, response increase, biofeedback filters and all that, they're easy to move, expensive, and highly illegal. All the rest of this crap is good, but it's nothing you couldn't pick up at any electronics shop. You'd have to know what you're looking for, though. Only a good decker would know what they're seeing. Could Magpie have taken them with her? Isobel gestures toward one of the other displays. A pair of small cyberdecks sit inside the locked case. I guess so, but if she did that, why would she leave the completed cyberdecks? No, I think this was theft. You know, I bet it was, what's-his-dink, that elder who's taking care of the servers while Magpie disappeared. The front of the server's case hangs open. This was an open server. The inner machinery quiet and without power. A clipboard is stuck to the side by a piece of duct tape. Its papers filled with a long list of programs and their prices. I'm really glad that in the future duct tape still is imperative. A quick glance over the program sheet reveals names like Bugs, 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 and Black Hammer. Undoubtedly, this was Magpie's attack program storage machine. Somebody's removed the drives. It sure wasn't Magpie. Here, look. Isobel gestures to the innards of the open server. Near the back, a solitary red light blinks. The main drives were disconnected properly, but it looks like she modded the server to have a backup drive with its own battery-based power supply. If it was Magpie, she'd have taken that too. Crap, this is a Fuji XB1000. It looks like the battery power ran out a while ago. The XB1000s are constant write drives. They're dirt cheap and have a ton of capacity, but if they run low of power, they lose their data. We're not going to be able to get anything off of this drive. I'm expecting to be attacked at any moment here. Magpie's desk. Magpie's desk is the kind of messy most people only associate with rat nests, hoarders, and deckers. Well, Gobbet should feel at home. The surface of the desk is littered with cigarette butts, half-finished cans of soy calf, and scraps of electronics. A towering pile of empty instant noodle bowls sits next to it. Their sides are blazoned with Honest Wang's Instant Old-Time Lamian and depict a line of top-hat-wearing caterpillars dancing with canes. Hey, awesome! I didn't think anybody but me liked Honest Wang's noodles. Flavor like you've never tasted in a package of instant noodles, I promise. Gobbet taps the side of one container. See? This one's cheese curry broccoli. I don't know why it never caught on, honestly. I actually wouldn't mind trying that. I can smell that stuff across the entire boat when you cook it. It's like a bit of old socks with a side of vinegar. First time I smelt it, I thought you were fumigating. That's actually funny because I have a brand of instant noodles I eat, and my wife hates the smell of it when it's cooking. Psh. Isobel, your main problem is that you have no idea what's delicious and what isn't. Expand your horizons. There's a whole world of deliciousness waiting for you at every corner store. Isobel snorts derisively. My horizons are fine where they are, thanks. After all, I can still tell if I'm eating food or cardboard. It's one of those little things I'd like to hold on to. Well, while they're talking, let's search the desk. You gingerly root around the desk, doing your best to avoid the more disgusting piles and spills. It isn't easy. The desk drawers are stuffed to overflowing with receipts, cigarette packs, optical chips, and cables. Most of the content is boring, useless, and disgusting. While searching one of the bottom drawers, however, a low-quality tin lockbox catches your eye. Someone has pried the latch off, leaving a ragged hole where a lock should be. The interior of the box has several sleeves for storing key cards, all of which are empty. A small note is taped to the interior of the box. Spare stockroom keys. Doors in the rear of Mrs. Yang's restaurant. Do not lose these. Use only if I am not available to open the stockroom. Stockroom, huh? So who broke the lockbox to get the keys out? Maybe it was one of the elders. They had the key for this place. I guess that's possible. Why would they leave the lockbox here? They can just pack it up and take it back to the Whampoa. Leaving it here is sloppy. And look at this. Isobel points to the broken latch. Most of the elders could crack a mag lock. This was somebody in a hurry. So this is probably the Red Spear gang that we killed in the last episode then. And we've got search bathroom. You search Magpie's bathroom. There's not much in here. A toothbrush, toilet paper, some hairpins, a collection of cheap makeup. The combination bath-shower unit, however, has minor flakes of a dry, reddish substance near the drain. Blood. Dried blood. Prying open the drain cover, it looks like quite a bit of it was shed as well. The blood hasn't been fully washed away. It looks like there was a cursory attempt to clean out the bath, but they missed washing it all away. It's a clever move, though. If Magpie is dead, a body drained of blood would be a lot easier to move without leaving evidence. That doesn't seem to match the killer's other scenes, though. I'm not certain I trust the elders to tell us the whole story. Let's not inform them of this finding just yet. If any of them know more than they're saying, they may go to ground and cover their tracks with greater diligence. Indeed. Alrighty. So far, so good. I guess the only thing to check now is Magpie's storeroom. And where is that at? Oh, it's near the storm drain. Fair enough. Now, is there anything else we need to do? Search Magpie's stockroom and search for the killer. Now, this is where one of the Slavic thugs went in and did not come out. So, oh, the music's crescendoing. That's not a good deal. Food. Despite the table's crude construction, an artfully laid meal awaits the owner. Several small dishes are filled with pickled vegetables, while a large plate is arranged with long slices of raw meat. The meat is a pale pinkish white, like raw pork, and is covered in a light soy marinade. Poking at the raw meat, you discover that it's surprisingly tender. What's more, it has the faint aroma of marinade, as if deliberately prepared. I'm not going to eat any of that. I don't know what that is. I don't know where it's been. Mementos. Looks like that's the only thing to look at here. This box is packed full of odds and ends. It nearly overflows with a collection of knickknacks, souvenirs, and assorted personal effects. There is no rhyme or reason to the collection of items. They appear to have been thrown in haphazardly. Among the contents are charms from various temples, a wooden mask, and a paper fan. Let's go down the line here, look at the mask. The wooden mask is extremely light. It's been painted a pale white, and the surface is almost as smooth as porcelain. Delicate features and lifted eyebrows are matched with bright red lips and delicate carved teeth. The teeth have been stained a deep black. Lovely. About the charms. The small charms are square cloth packets, each approximately 1 inch wide and 3 inches tall. They come in a variety of bright colors and are embroidered with characters for prosperity, peace, wealth, and protection. Inside each appears to be a folded paper prayer or fortune, written in Japanese. Now let's look at the paper fan. Unfolding the fan, you tilt it up toward the light to examine it. The image depicts an East Asian city from the 19th century or earlier, curved roofs at sunset, beside a deep blue river. 2 ships sail down the river, which is in turn spanned by a long wooden bridge. I love fans like that. In the foreground, laborers carry buckets along the shore as a man on horseback rides in the opposite direction. In the distance, a pair of large red buildings dominate the city skyline, 1 large temple hall and a 5-tiered pagoda. Cool stuff. As you step away from the box, you hear a slight click in the distance, the sound of a door's latch shutting. You are no longer alone in the stockroom. Oh dear. Who we got? Yep, that's our guy. Standing beside you is a man clad in heavy armor and bearing a katana on his hip. His skin is an ashen gray, his eyes dead white. His teeth are jagged and appear quite sharp. This is no man. This is a ghoul. Gaichu. The ghoul's blind eyes search back and forth as it regards you. It cannot see you, but you have a sense that it knows exactly where you are at all times. Ah, a hired gun. No doubt brought to bear against me by the Whampoan Elders, a means by which they can lift the curse plaguing them. I salute your tenacity, but I wonder, will you hear me out before raising your weapon to attack me? You're a ghoul, and you're talking? Yes, I am not only talking, I am reasoning as well. And since you have not attempted to kill me, your own higher faculties are engaged. I am a curiosity to you. The ghoul bares his teeth, breast rasping over them as he inhales. You wish to know not only what I am, but what I have done. As for who, you may call me Gaichu. I know who you are. You're the one killing the Whampoan Elders. You are correct. I have killed all the Whampoan Elders to date, though only Elder Magpie was according to my initial plan. I regret the deaths of the other Elders, but it was necessary. Explain yourself, then. This affair began simply enough. As you may surmise, I am not someone who can be seen in public without great risk. Whampoan Garden is an excellent place to hide. No police or triad presence, and minimal interest in things that lurk in the shadows. Unfortunately for me, Elder Ning discovered me through communion with her spirits. Rather than kill or chase me away, she came to me with a proposition. Ning and the other elders were having problems with one of their number. An elder named Magpie had been holding many of their plans hostage and would not budge. They could not remove Magpie, however, because her services were too useful to the Whampoans at large. Ning offered me a payment to dispose of Magpie, and I accepted. You didn't clean up all of her blood. I found some in her drain. Ah, unfortunate. I thought I was careful enough. Having it on my hands must have obscured my sense of smell enough that I missed the last remnants in the drain. I disposed of Magpie's body by emptying the blood in her bathroom. Then, I cut her up into more portable pieces. Those were placed in a plastic tarp, which I took to the storm drains and hid. Gaichu nonchalantly waves a hand, his tone flat and unconcerned. It's unfortunate, but my survival depends upon consumption of raw metahuman flesh. Letting such nourishment go to waste would be a foolish error. Ew, lovely. But why kill the other elders, then? I'm not going to attack him. I want to hire him. I contacted the elders, not in person, of course, and they arranged to exchange payment. I assumed that since the job was done, Ning would be a woman of her word. Baring his teeth, Gaichu hisses his next words across clenched teeth. I was mistaken. I arrived at the nearby parking garage the elders had told me about. They'd clear out the other Whampoans under some pretense, though I'm not sure what ruse they used. The elders never showed up, Instead, several members of the Hong Kong police force arrived. They were more heavily armed than usual, so I suspect they knew something of my nature. Oh, so he got... Yeah, okay. He got completely betrayed, and the Hong Kong police force were sent to kill him. I saw scarring on the concrete from bullets and a blade. You killed them with a sword? And my hands, yes. My blindness precludes me the use of ranged weapons. Unfortunate, since I was an excellent shot before I became infected. But my skills in grappling and kenjutsu have only increased. A battle of swords is a clash of souls. Mine was stronger than theirs, and they perished. A betrayal of that sort cannot stand. Not only was I not paid for my time and effort, the Whampoan Elders treated me like a common animal, and I was so much more than that. Reputation is everything, and I had none. I had hoped to build a network of contacts so that I would be able to continue finding work, but with that treachery, my hopes were dashed. I decided to become the monster that they feared. One by one, I have eliminated them. They know how to contact me, and could have ended their nightmare at any time by making amends. I would have asked for more money, but I would have ceased my hunt, yet they did not. Instead, they contacted you, no doubt asking you to eliminate me where the police had failed. So I ask you, what now? What will you do? Will you attempt to finish what the Whampoans started? Or will you treat me with the same humanity I have shown you? And we are in close quarters, and he is nasty in close quarters. Let me ask you some questions here, Gaichu, real quick. Very well. What would you like to know? Did you eat the elders? I know the answer to this already. Some of them, not all. My condition requires that I consume raw metahuman flesh. I do not require a great deal to survive, perhaps 3 to 4 pounds per week. Consequently, there's a vastly more supply than demand. He's like a Nagaraja from VTM. Is this from your... Oh, we can hand him back his armor piece. Ah, yes. I felt a ragged edge on one shoulder plate. I assume it was removed when one of the police officers shot me with his rifle. The hazards of war include unkempt attire, unfortunately. Why would the elders have you killed instead of paying you? Any number of reasons. They are notorious cheapskates and will always try to save money when dealing with outsiders. It could be their natural inclination towards profit. They may regard me as subhuman and therefore unworthy of respect. It could be that they felt I was too dangerous to allow to live. It could even be that they simply did not like me. The net result is the same, however. They reneged on a deal we brokered and attempted to have me killed. A message must be sent. Blood must be paid. As they have hired you to kill me, they have obviously not learned their lesson. If I let you live, what will you do? Kill the rest of the elders, and anyone else they send to exterminate me. It is a matter of survival. Should I ever have opportunity to work freelance again, potential employers need to understand the price of betrayal. These murders are my curriculum vitae in revenge. Well, I've made my decision there, Gaichu. Oh? What then will you do? How will this story end? Come and work with me. I can be your face. Look at that lovely face. A curious offer. And what of the elders? Will you allow me the satisfaction of killing them? I want to see what they have to say first. I would counsel you not to believe their words, but you have the sound of one who is wary as a matter of course. Very well. Let us wait until a bit later in the night. Most pedestrians will be off the street, and it will be easier for us to approach the Whampoan without being noticed. Sounds like a good plan. Oh, so now we know why they were all bowing up. Can we... I'd like to introduce all of you to my new friend Gaichu. Come on, everyone. The streets are empty. No one wants to see my friend Gaichu. That's unfortunate. Well, wait a minute. Is our CSI guy in the alleyway? Nope. Alrighty. Well, let's go ahead and head to the Whampoa, though, and bring this story to an end. And... oh, they're down here. Elder Ning, you got some explaining to do? As you approach, Elder Ning's eyes widen. Her mouth falls open and the veins in her neck bulge. What are you doing? You brought this thing into our home? Quick, kill it before it kills us. Porter... Oh, hey, Porter. Porter hefts his pistol warily, but does not aim it at anyone. Yeah, I have to say, this isn't a good idea. Why the hell is a ghoul in here? And why is it wearing armor? Calm yourselves. I am not an it, and your elders know this intimately. Gaichu bares his teeth in a rictus grin as he turns to face Ning. Good evening, Elder Ning. I can smell your fear, and I am glad of this. It means you are learning the price of betrayal. Whoa, what the hell is going on here? Can someone explain to me why the ghoul is talking? Gaichu had a contract with the elders, and they betrayed him. You dare to accuse us of conspiring with a monster and covering up? You're insane. The very idea is preposterous. Porter nods at the elders, looking back at you with a wary expression. I'm interested to hear what kind of evidence you have to support this theory, Sean. As far as I can tell, this monster killed Tong and the others, and that makes him a threat that should be eliminated. The elders hired Gaichu to kill Elder Magpie and make it look like she disappeared. You believe this vermin? This creature that feasts on metahuman flesh, that kills and dismembers our tribesmen? You are a naive and foolish man if that's the case. Ning spits on the ground in front of Gaichu. What proof do you have that Magpie is dead? Ning, please. In matters where an elder is accused of breaking our law, the other elders generally judge them. In matters where all of them have been accused, I am authorized to act as a judge. Make your case, Shadowrunner. Oh, crap. Okay. I found Magpie's necklace in the storm drains. Porter takes a moment to examine the necklace. He nods at you. This is definitely Elder Magpie's. If you found it in the storm drain, that's suspicious, but hardly proof on its own. Of course it's not proof. The number of things lost down storm drains in Hong Kong must number in the tens of thousands per year, and I'm certain that necklace isn't unique either. There was a large amount of blood in her shower drain. So what? Perhaps she cut herself and washed the cut off, or perhaps you were mistaken about it being blood. You're simply guessing as to what happened. That's true. It's a guess. And even if it's her blood, that doesn't prove that the elders hired this ghoul to kill her. Porter gives Elder Ep a sidelong glance. The elders have always protected Whampoan Garden to the best of their ability. She hasn't been seen in a month, not by anyone. She wouldn't just disappear like that. That may be unlikely, but it's hardly impossible. You haven't established that the elders were involved. All you've done is make suppositions about it. What proof do you have that we hired and betrayed this creature? I won't sit by and listen to idle accusations without any kind of concrete evidence to back it up. What about the fight with the Hong Kong police force? How do you mean? What does that have to do with the elders and the ghoul? So I guess this entire time we've been gathering evidence, so I'm really glad that we were thorough. This is a piece of Gaichu's armor I found in the garage. The markings on it prove it. You point out the armor's markings to Porter, and he nods with some satisfaction. This is from his armor, definitely. But how does it prove that the elders knew of the ghoul's existence? The police officers were abnormally armed and armored, with much heavier gear than a normal patrol. They were armed with armor-piercing, discarding sabot rounds. That's hardly standard issue. Lesser weapons wouldn't have broke that armor plate. If they all were looking for was a common fugitive, why be prepared for a fight of that magnitude? Obviously, they knew what they were searching for. That doesn't mean we did. The evidence in the garage points to a fight with someone using a sword, though. We allowed the police into Whampoan Garden because they were hunting someone. They never told us who or why they were looking for their quarry. It didn't have anything to do with us. Gaichu hisses through clenched teeth, addressing Porter Lamb. I was only in the garage to collect payment from them. The ordinary residents were warned of the HKPF's arrival and were gone by the time I arrived. That's suspicious, I admit. Porter regards the elders for a long moment. Still doesn't prove the elders knew it was the ghoul. You Whampoans don't allow police inside the area. Why make an exception this time? The police were polite and asked our permission to enter. They were hunting a non-Whampoan. That was reason enough for us to allow them in. Porter considers this for a moment and then shakes his head. That doesn't add up, Ning. Why would the police ask us for entry now? They've never been polite before. They've always tried to force their way in here. It just doesn't ring true to me. Did you ask them to come? in order to hunt down this ghoul? Preposterous. Porter, you know what our community is like. We wouldn't lie over something like this. This ghoul has been lying the entire time, trying to cover his tracks. He still brutally murdered several elders. That's true. Those murders were vicious and cruel. Porter fixes you with a hard stare. I don't see any way to explain that away. This ghoul is a monster for how he killed Tong and the others. Tong wasn't tortured. There was no astral residue of pain or fear. He didn't even feel the blow. That's correct. I struck a single blow while his back was to me. His death was instant. Regrettable that he had to die for your folly, Ning, but necessary to protect my reputation. Ning glances at Gaichu in stony silence before addressing Porter. You cannot believe what these people say. They're not to be trusted. And even this is true, he still killed Tong. Porter looks back at Ning, his expression flat and without emotion. Maybe so, Ning, but a monster would not take Tong's suffering into account. He may be a killer, but he's not heartless. Tong's body was a mess, true, but he died quickly from a sword blow to the neck. I struck Tong down with a single blow from my sword. The mess made of the body was to send the elders a message, but I had no desire to make Tong suffer. At any time, Ning and the other elders could have made amends and the killings would have ended. Instead, they hired a Shadowrunner to kill me. It's not about cruelty. It's about sending a message. How very Joker-like. That's not what I would have expected looking at the body. You killed him before you dismembered him? That's right, and I killed the other elders in a similar fashion. There was no cause to prolong their suffering. The message is for the living elders, not the dead. If the elders wished to treat me like a monster, I would terrorize them like one until they paid reparations for their mistake. Come on, you can't possibly believe this crazy story. It's absolutely insane. The scene of Tong's murder, like the others, was a deliberate sham. It was made to look more horrific than it was. I believe you. The blood smeared on the walls, the removal of his skin. That's a scene designed to evoke horror, not the scene of an actual fight. Elders, what do you have to say in response? This is a farce. We have dedicated ourselves to protecting the Whampoan tribe and everyone who lives in Whampoan Garden. Do you really believe outsiders and monsters over our word? We have only tried to end the killings? You've been duped, Porter. You and this Shadowrunner. I concur. Porter, you know me. You know the kind of person I am. I wouldn't be party to the killing of another elder. I can't believe we're even entertaining the notion that we have to defend ourselves. We should be disposing of this ghoul instead. Tang narrows his eyes at you, hissing. If you think I'll forget this, you're sorely mistaken. I will not tolerate this kind of insult. Man, we got some more evidence here, too. The elders were all too happy to have the red spears moved into the garage, almost like they wanted to keep anyone curious about the fight away. That's right. Ip, you even told me not to go find out what happened with the fight. You said the red spear gangers were moving in and to leave them alone. Why would you tell me not to look into it? I was only trying to protect you from the red spears. They're dangerous, which is why I wanted to deal with them directly. Kind of like I accidentally did. Magpie's gear was missing. Obviously missing. Why didn't Ip tell me that? He would have had to notice, and Magpie's shop is locked up. Why didn't he want me investigating? Pure supposition. You think it proves something that I didn't notice equipment was missing? Magpie's shop is always a horrible mess. Tang, you did a full inventory of Magpie's Matrix servers. You assured us everything was running fine and she would be able to continue her work. I find it hard to believe you missed something as obvious as missing equipment, especially while searching her stock. Well, that's all I've got. We've made our case. Alright. I think I have some idea of what's going on here. And? What do you believe the real story is? Gaichu seems to be telling the truth. Nice. Elders, too many facts don't add up. You're obviously hiding something, possibly a great deal, and from the rest of the tribe. I'm sorry, but I have to take you into custody until the community can decide the extent and manner of your punishment. Death would seem appropriate to me, especially given that they kept up this charade even to you, one of their most trusted citizens. Don't you dare talk to me like that, you disgusting beast! It begins to raise his weapon. Oh, here we go. Porter reaches up to stop him. Ip reluctantly stops. Ip, no. Don't make this any worse than it is. Porter turns to face you. Oh, so Ip is a coward. Thank you, Sean. I'll make certain that justice is meted out. You're free to go, and I'll ensure payment is delivered to you, so long as you take Gaichu with you. I can't have him staying here. He'll be coming with me. Nice achievement! As you exit the Whampoan into the sweltering night air of the Kowloon streets, Gaichu turns to face you. I confess, I am unhappy with the decision to allow the Whampoan Elders to live. We should have killed them, if for no other reason than to maintain our reputation. If you're going to run on this team, you'll have to learn to accept my decisions. Gaichu bows to you, head held very low. I spoke impertinently, and it will not happen again. You have my apologies. From this point forward, my sword is yours, no matter what decisions you make. Shall we leave this place? I am eager to be done with Whampoan Garden. I am too. 2 karma gained. Good stuff. Let's get out of here. Is any people back on the streets? Doesn't look like it. Alright, let's go ahead and blow this popsicle stand. And I'll tell you what, guys, we will go ahead and, well, let's see if there's anything to... Whoa. Oh, it's ISO in the drone. Let's head to the MTR station, because I don't think I can save my game because I'm still in a quest. Can I save now? There we go. Alright, guys. Well, I will end the episode here. We've got Gaichu and the Whampoan Elders have been brought to justice. So hope you guys have enjoyed it. If you liked the episode, go ahead and click like down below. Subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment. That'd be a big help. And we'll see you in the next episode. Later days, everyone.